It's Monday. It's a new weekly reading vlog. I am still at Ashes. I am on my lunch break at the moment, so I thought I'd do a quick vlog clip. I was going to wait till this evening, but I want to talk some spoilers. And I don't want to spoil anything for Ash. Obviously, I'll give you a warning before I talk spoilers, but non-spoiler. Yesterday, I did finish Neon Gods by Katie Robert. This was a 5-star. Are we shocked? No. This was so good. Like, I know this is not the first Katie Robert book I've read, but she just continues to write so well. And I really love her difference in writing Disney Hades to mythology Hades. I will say, I thought this would be a bit more mythological rather than it's just the gods as characters, and it was very mafia-y. That's not the right word, but you know what I mean. It had mafia vibes, like Wicked Villains. I didn't hate it, but I would really like some fantasy. Like The Dragon's Bride, I loved that book because it's got a bit of fantasy in it. It's got creatures. But yeah. I don't know. But I did really enjoy it. I really enjoyed the twist on the Persephone and Hades story, and I was here for them too. This, let me double check because I cannot remember for the life of me what it was for. So Neon Gods was for series book by a favourite author. We all know Katie Robert is a favourite author now. And then today I finished Icebreaker by Hannah Grace. I started it yesterday. I didn't read much yesterday. I only read that much. I can take this out now. But I finished it. This was a 4-star. Now this would have been a 5-star if it wasn't for the epilogue. Now I'm going to go into spoilers in a sec. But before I do, I will say the epilogue was not bad. It just wasn't for me. So if I was someone else, or if the epilogue was different, this would have been a 5-star. This was great all the way through. I loved the characters that you're supposed to love. I am intrigued as to what characters Wildfire's gonna follow, because there's a few I would like it to follow. But yeah, I really enjoyed this overall. So spoilers, when I put my hand down, I finished spoilers. I didn't like the epilogue in the sense that I really hate epilogues in romance books where it skips a couple of years and, oh, she's pregnant. Which, it's not all romances that I dislike that in. It's the ones where there has been some sort of comment or conversation earlier in the book where one of them have said, I don't want kids, or in this book's case, she literally said, we could adopt. And I know that the context behind that was her sort of jokingly saying it because, like, he's big and he would have big babies. But at the same time, it wasn't a full-blown conversation, so you don't know if she was being genuine or if she was joking. And then suddenly in the epilogue, 2 years later, she's pregnant. I hate it. Like, I have nothing against romances where they have kids, but if it's been commented on that she either doesn't want kids or she doesn't want to give birth and be pregnant, that's when I have an issue with it. So like there's been other books I've read where they haven't had any sort of conversation like that, or they have made it very clear they do want kids, and then in the epilogue they have kids, and I'm like, oh my God, I love this. It's when they have that conversation, even if it's a passing comment, that's when I don't like it. And that's why this is a 4-star, not a 5-star for me. So yeah, spoilers over. But yeah, this was for series book in your favourite genre. It's no surprise now that romance is a favourite genre. I stopped a year ago trying to dispute that. So this very much fits. I still don't have a bingo. I seem to be picking every book except the ones that will give me bingos, and it's really frustrating. I think my next book that I'm gonna read though is gonna be Harrow the Ninth, which will give me a bingo. So I think that might be my next read. I might start it this afternoon because work is quiet, so I might stick that audiobook on. I don't know yet. I haven't decided whether that will be my next read or if I'll read a different one, because I kind of want to also start Barbarian's Touch. I don't know. Anyway, I might do another vlog clip later. I might not. I'm not sure yet. But I have got to get back to work now because my lunch is over. And yeah, I will either catch up with you later or tomorrow. Hello. Oh, I knocked the tripod. Hello. I am back because I was having a little think about my TBR. Because the other day I read Volume 7 of Youngest Killing the Children, and I was like, oh, how can I fit this onto my series TBR-a-thon? And I've done it. So the only 2 spaces I had empty was series book added to your TBR in 2021, which this won't work because I discovered the series in 2022, and then number generator for your next pick. Now, Ash did say in my vlog last week that why don't I just do a number generator for like one number, and it's this. Tori's never specified how many numbers I have to do, which is a very good point, which I might do that with something else. However, I was thinking and I was like, no, I definitely can get this on my TBR for one of the other prompts. And I was struggling on what I could fill for the series book added to your TBR in 2021. And I checked, and the book that I had low-key planned for another prompt, I can put in the 2021 because I read the first book in 2019, or the first 2 books in 2019, and then kept forgetting. And it wasn't until 2021 that I actually realised I hadn't even thought about the next 2 books. So I've moved one of those books, and Youngest Killing the Children Volume 7 is now counting for continuous series. Now, technically, I have finished this series. However, if you watched my vlog last week, you'll know that I am unsure if that was actually the final volume. Yes, it says the final chapter of the Tribulation Saga, but I don't think this is the end. There is going to be more volumes. There's got to be. And if there isn't, I'm going to be really sad about it. So either way, whether I'm finishing a series or not, I'm still continuing a series I had started. So this is for continuous series, and I've already logged it as that book. This lighting is really weird. My lips look blue, but they're not. It's because I've got my laptop light, my iPad light. I don't know. But anyway, this is what this prompt is going to be. So yeah, and I have decided it's upstairs at the moment. I'm going to read Barbarian's Touch next. So yeah. Hello. It is Wednesday. It's Valentine's Day, but more importantly, it's Yumi at 6 Day.
The amount of people who turn around and said, is she coming up for Valentine's Day? No.
Coming up to see my favourite band.
She is coming for something on Valentine's Day, but it's not for me.
Well, it is for you. Just not for Valentine's
But
Day.
it was also very much me going, hey, you can't get to a show, come to mine and we'll go together.
My friend did go see them in
Oxford or
Bristol yesterday and cried 5 times and said good luck to me, to which I replied with the I'm in danger gif, because I am gonna cry a lot because
it's her favourite band.
It's my favourite band, and I am now limited on how many times I will get to see them live. Anyway, reading updates. I didn't give you updates yesterday. But yesterday I did finish Barbarian's Touch. This was a 5-star. Are we shocked? No. Rokan is my favourite of the Blue Aliens so far because he is adorable. Like, I can't remember his name, but the one in the 2nd or 3rd book, they're all blending into one at this point. In the 2nd or 3rd book, he's very much like, oh, I'm an alpha. Like, they're not alphas, but, you know. And he's like the big man, or alien. But Rokan's just cute and adorable. And it's sort of like a friends to lovers one. because they're friends first. And he doesn't like push her into being mates, and it's just cute. He respects her, and I love him. He's so adorable. Yes, I'm calling a Blue Alien from a Blue Alien smart book adorable. One thing I do really like about these, and I'm sad these aren't coming out quicker, because I refuse to read the previous ones, because these are slightly edited and they also have additional chapters. So whilst I did listen to the audiobook for the most part, there is a extended epilogue in this, which I think all of them have had extended epilogues, and it's just, yeah. But I don't know when the next one's coming out, and now I'm sad because I've got to wait, because the next one is Emma's favourite, and it's, I know who it's gonna follow. I know who she's gonna end up resonating with, and it's an enemies to lovers, and I'm here for it because I'm excited to see how that goes down, literally. But I can't remember if I told you for Series TBR-a-thon, I don't know what this bit of hair's doing. I don't know if I told you for Series TBR-a-thon what Neon Gods was for. So it was for series book by a favourite author, and now I've said it, I do think.
I think you did.
Yeah. But Barbarian's Touch was for read the last series book you bought. This was the last series book I'd bought at the time of filming my TBR, because this was my first pre-order in January. And I filmed my TBR kind of early. So yeah, it was this. Have I got a bingo yet? No. However, I have started Harrow the Ninth, which completing this will get me my first bingo.
Hey.
Woo! I'm 100 pages into this, and I read a recap of Gideon, even though I remember perfectly, even though I read it in like 2019, I think, I remember perfectly how that book ended. And I read a recap just to make sure. Am I confused? Yes. Am I probably supposed to be confused? Yeah, but I don't like it. And do you know what else I don't like? That it's in second person. I don't like books in second person, and this is in second person. So this is going to be an interesting, like, however many pages I've got, like 500 pages I've got left. 400, I think it's 500 and something, and I'm 100 pages in.
I love that the back says the Locked Tomb trilogy, when we know that there's a book 4 coming out.
And also, I don't think Nona was supposed to be the next book, because at the end of this book, it's got the tomb will open in Alecto the Ninth. So I don't think Nona.
I remember people talking about this when it came out. And
yeah,
stuff, and when
I'm wondering if it's a Tower of Dawn situation where Nona was supposed to be a novella and it wasn't.
I think so too.
But we'll see. I don't know. But I don't know. I loved the first book. I loved the humour, because the first book literally has That's What She Said jokes. And I remember reading it because me and Liv had booked a caravan for a long weekend just to like get away and read. And I remember we were sat there on the sofas in the caravan and we were both reading, and I kept distracting her from her book because I kept giggling at every That's What She Said joke. I think there was like 11 or something like that. But yeah, I hope the humour continues into this one. I don't know if it will.
There's potential it might not.
But it hasn't made me laugh yet, and I'm 100 pages in. Yay! So yeah, I'm not confident about this one. And this will be the decided, if I don't love this, I will not continue the series. Because I'm not going to force my way through the third and then fourth book when that comes out if I don't love this one. We'll see.
Query. Because you don't like second person, and if that was the main reason you didn't like it, but then you found out book 3 wasn't in second person,
I would give the third book a go. Yeah, if that was my main reason for not enjoying this one. But obviously, if there's other reasons, then no.
I had assumed, but I just wanted to kind of throw that out there because I thought.
Yeah, if the next one isn't in second person, I'll definitely enjoy it more. I don't remember Gideon being in.
Wasn't.
I didn't think it was. I understand why it's in second person. This is the thing. I do understand. It doesn't make me like it anymore.
Yeah.
Like,
if you don't like something about like a type of writing, then you don't like something about a type of writing.
but yeah, in conclusion, I don't like books in second person. So this is gonna be interesting. But yeah. I don't think I have anything else. We're just gonna chill for a bit because
I'm reading something that she likes, which is Bread. Also, can I just say a little gripe I've got with this cover? The title goes up just slightly.
Oh, why would you point that out to me?
Because I know it.
No. Oh no.
It's weirder on the side as well.
Oh no.
It's like a stylistic choice, but I don't love it.
Oh no.
I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry. But if I have to deal with it, you're gonna have to deal with it.
But yeah, that's basically it. We're just gonna chill. We're gonna read. You were gonna edit a little bit, and then
I have to edit.
And then we're gonna go see Yumi at 6. I fully am wearing makeup tonight, knowing I'm gonna cry it off.
Oh, I've got to do makeup.
I'm gonna cry it off, and I am weirdly excited. Anyway, will a next clip be of me talking more about this, or will the next clip be of Yumi at 6 on stage? Who knows?
Yumi at 6.
Although I keep forgetting, Def Havana are supporting them, and I haven't listened to their music in years, so I should really listen to them. But I don't want to, because I want to just listen to Yumi at 6.
I should probably listen to more Yumi at 6.
You should. I support this message.
But I also have to do this and
Oh.
You okay?
Because I want you to listen to Yumi at 6, but I want you to read that. I'm torn. I'm torn.
This is how
It's really funny because you're definitely singing the Natalie Imbruglia version, and I'm definitely singing the One Direction version.
I was singing the version with the with Johan Lipowitz.
Oh. I'll catch up with you later. So it's a little bit later. It's a few hours later. It's like gone 4 p.m. I got to page 206. And then I DNF'd.
We're proud of her. We're proud of her.
I don't care. And whilst there might be an amazing ending, I don't care enough to get to the ending to see that amazing ending. I'm sorry for anyone that loves this series. Meg, I'm sorry. But Meg has already said that she understands. Like, she would rather me DNF it than give it a low rating, which is very fair. Because this would have been a low rating if I finished it. So, yeah, I am still counting it for Series TBR-a-thon because I've still ticked off a series book off my TBR. So, you know, and technically I've ticked 2 books off because I will be unhauling Nona as well.
Yeah, I can tell you where that can go. Because I don't have that one.
You don't. So yeah, this for Series TBR-a-thon was series book added to your TBR pre-2021 because I've had this book since it came out in 2020. However, this does mean I've got my first bingo. I need to read a recap because I read the first 2 books in this series in 2018, something like that. But I'm gonna start Rise of Empire. I love these books so much.
That is the floppiest.
It is. Like, that is gonna be beautiful to hold and read. Like, yeah. So yeah, I am, however, having a dilemma because when I read the first volume, which is books 1 and 2, Theft of Swords, for some weird reason, on Goodreads, I logged it as Theft of Swords. I didn't log it as the 2 separate books. So now, do I log this as Rise of Empire or do I log it as the 2 separate books?
That is a conundrum.
And I can't go back and change Theft of Swords because that year I ended the year on like 125 books. So then it would like...
126.
It wouldn't be aesthetically pleasing. And I know, like, in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter because how often am I going to go back and look at my previous years? But I will go back and then I'll see it and I'll remember and I'll be annoyed. But yeah, I am excited to read this. I do need a refresher on this. Yeah. I do need a refresher because I don't fully remember this one. But it does have, yeah, so it has a map. But yeah, I'm going to need to look up a recap of book 2 because I don't remember. But I have, on Series TBR-a-thon, I have put books 3 and 4 as like separate prompts. So yeah. But that's my update. The next clip will be at Yumi at 6.
Middlesbrough, it's the start of the end. Let's go.
Hello. It's Friday. I have not spoken to you since Wednesday when I DNF'd Harrow. I have not read anything since then until today. You would have also seen a clip from Yumi at 6 because obviously there's going to be a clip there. Yesterday, we went and got tattoos. Or rather, should I say, we went and met one of Ash's friends who I've never met before, who just so happens to be a tattoo artist.
Newly licensed tattoo artist.
So I got this, which is the Roman numerals for 6, for Yumi at 6, but also figured out it also works for 6 the musical. Obviously I already have this for Bring Me the Horizon, so I wanted one for each of my favourite bands. And I've been trying to figure out for years what I want for Yumi at 6, and then it wasn't until I was watching the breakup announcement that I was like, oh my god, Roman numerals, that works.
And it just so happened that like Laura had availability.
On the day we were free.
Yes, we were like, and then I had money, so I got a tattoo too. Which
you won't be able to see, but I can put a picture here.
We can try. No, I'm not going to try. I'll end up falling over or something. And I'm sitting down.
I will just put a picture here. It's very cool. But yeah. And then in the evening yesterday, why we decided it would be a good idea to make a whole day of it.
My fault.
We went to see the Aladdin stage show at Sunderland because it's there at the moment.
And they were ridiculously cheap tickets.
And I'm very glad they were cheap because whilst I did enjoy it,
it wasn't the best.
It wasn't the best. And I think for me, the two main things is the ending was very rushed, but also it was very panto-y with Jafar.
Not. Oh no, it's not.
And
I'm really sorry.
I just don't like panto. No. I've got nothing against panto. It's just not for me.
And as someone who likes panto, it was too panto.
Yeah. But the costumes were amazing. The choreography was amazing.
The flying magic carpet was
the magic carpet it was brilliant. I still have no idea how they did it.
And the stage, the setting,
and the voices. Their voices were amazing. Also, Genie was amazing. I love Genie.
And Aladdin's friends.
Aladdin's friends were amazing, and obviously they're characters who aren't in.
Yeah.
Like the actual movie.
They were incredible.
Their song was my favourite song.
High Adventure was great.
But yeah, so I'm glad I have been to see it. but I'm also glad we didn't pay a lot.
Yeah, because we found like single like seats, so it was like £20 each.
And you was only like, what, 3 rows behind me?
Yeah.
So I was in like N11 and you was in Q9. Like, so we just like stood at the side on the interval and chatted and stretched our legs and then went and got a drink. But yeah, that was yesterday. And then today we did both have work. She was in the office. I was working from her house.
Boom.
But I did start the 3rd book in the Rhaenyra Revelations. I always have to check that because there is another series called the Rhaenyra Chronicles, which comes, I hope, after this. I think it's after this. But this is books 3 and 4. So like half of this it's literally like dead center. Book 3, book 4. So I'm like halfway through book 3 at the moment. And I did read a recap of Theft of Swords because I couldn't completely remember everything. And I'm really glad I read the recap because it meant I've just like dived straight back into this and already remembering why I loved the first 2 so much, because this is just so like political and the fantasy is not like in your face fantasy. It's great, especially since as I do struggle a little bit now with like super high fantasy with political intrigue. So having something that's lots of political intrigue, adventure, a little bit of fantasy, I'm really enjoying this. This series was actually, I discovered this series because of Abby from Abby's Booktopia on Instagram. She was the reason I got into this series years ago and I'm finally continuing it. So, yay me. I do have all 3 volumes, so all 6 books. But yeah, I just hadn't read it past the first volume. And I do want to get the Rhaenyra Chronicles, which it's only got 2 here, but I don't know if that's 2 volumes, so 4 books, or if it's just 2 books. I will have to look it up. But yeah.
But we're going to do lots of reading tomorrow.
We are. I'm hoping to, I feel like it's optimistic to want to read all of this. I at least want to finish book 3 and start book 4.
I want to finish mine.
What you're reading?
It's doable.
It is.
It's quick to read as well.
But yeah, so I want to at least finish book 3 and start book 4. If I can finish book 4, that would be great. But I've got about 6 hours left of the audio. Maybe 7. I can't remember exactly how long the audio is. But I'm very much enjoying being back with these characters because Hadrian and Royce are just amazing. They're so good. So yeah, that is my update for today. We had mac and cheese for dinner. It's very good.
It was
her homemade mac and cheese is very, very good. Best mac and cheese. And we watched some more Firefly because I'm doing my rewatch so that if I pull Firefly again, I don't have to put it back for my 12 books. But yeah, that's basically it. So I'll catch up with you tomorrow. Hello, it is Saturday. I'm not ending the vlog today. I'm going to end it tomorrow. I'll tell you why in a sec. I have done a lot of reading today. We've sat here literally the entire day, apart from when we was eating dinner.
And I had a makeup.
And she made lasagna, but she made the cheese sauce and the pasta from scratch. Everything was and the red sauce as well.
Yeah.
Everything was from scratch. It was so good. So good. But while she was doing that, because I would have just got in her way, she didn't need my help, I stayed here and I have been reading. So this morning I finished, well, it was early this afternoon, I finished book 3, which is Nifron Rising. It was 4-star. I'm really glad this is like a volume of the 2 and that both of them were on my TBR because book 3 ends on a cliffhanger and yeah, but lots was revealed.
Was revealed.
Yeah, lots was revealed. And it's so good. And I'm nearly finished. I've got this much left of book 4. So the reason I'm gonna end the vlog tomorrow is because once we've got up and had breakfast, I am gonna just finish this because I've got less than 2 hours left of the audiobook. So then I will wrap up the vlog after I finish that so that I can tell you my thoughts. One thing I'm really enjoying about book 4 is even though there's loads happening, we're also getting more of the history of the world from bits that we haven't got to in the previous books. So it's not been like info dumpy in the first book, get all of the history there just into your brain and then nothing sticks. We've got bits of history throughout and it's really interesting, the bit that I just read. But for Series TBR-a-thon, I didn't update you when I told you I DNF'd Harrow. Harrow the 9th was for series book added to your TBR pre-2021 because obviously I got that book when it came out in 2020. I'm not going to talk about the fact it was DNF, I'm still annoyed. And then Nifron Rising is recommended series because Abby from Abby's Booktopia raved about these. And that was the reason that I decided to buy them in the first place years ago. And then Emerald Storm, which is book 4, which is the one I'm reading now, is series book added to your TBR in 2021. Because I looked and even though I read the first 2 in, I think, 2019, maybe 2020, I didn't actually get the other books until later. Like add the other books until later. So, yes. That is what that's going to be. But that's going to get me like 1 bingo at least, finally. Harrow the 9th has given me my first bingo. And then I'm still a couple away from getting other bingos. But yeah, I'm very happy that I'm enjoying this. Also yesterday, Ash got a Millie's cookie, Too Good To Go, and we have eaten quite a lot of this, but we had a giant heart cookie.
You have a photo.
I do have a photo. I'll put the photo here because I sent the photo to the group chat and told them how I have the best self-control because I had that on my lap the entire car journey and I didn't eat any. I'm very proud of myself. But yeah, that is my update today. I have read like almost 450 pages today and my brain is a bit mush. So I'm done with reading for today. It is very early. It's like 8 o'clock. So I could have finished it tonight. But no, I'm not going to force myself to read when I am like,
Be kind to yourself.
Exactly. I do also find it hilarious. This one finished Bride today and her reactions at things happening was amazing. I'm glad I was here for that experience. They were good reactions, like as in like enjoying the book.
Some of them weren't good reactions. I was very annoyed at some of the book.
Well, yeah. So yeah. I'm gonna go and I'll catch up with you tomorrow when I will tell you I have finished this book and wrap up the vlog. Hello. It is Sunday. It's a little later than I was hoping it would be because it is 1:30. But I finished the Emerald Storm. Emerald Storm? Yes, Emerald Storm. It's because the individual book names aren't on the cover and it throws me. I finished the Emerald Storm. This was another 4-star. This series has been solidly 4 stars, but in a really good way. Like, I don't know if the final 2 books will be 5 stars, but so much happens in this book. And I genuinely thought it was going to end on a bigger cliffhanger than it did. And I'm really happy it didn't. But it did end on a thing where I'm like, I want the next book now. But I can't because these books are chunky. I know this is 2 books in one, so it's not really that chunky. But I can't add another one of these to my TBR for this month because I already have a 25 book TBR when I said I wasn't going to have a 25 book TBR. I have no chill, but I am I feel like next month's TBR is going to be chunky as well, because I already want to get Capturing the Devil. I want to get, I cannot remember the name of the third Dangerous Remedy book. I can picture the cover, but I can't think of the name. Anyway, I want to read that. I want to read Capturing the Devil. I want to read books 5 and 6 of this. There is so much I want to read next month, and I'm like, there is only 31 days in the month, and I'm going to be busy for some of those because it's my birthday month. So I need to try and pick lots of small, quick books that I can easily like fill the prompts. But that's not going to happen because I'm also reading Kingdom of Ash and Empire of the Damned because I have no chill. So yeah, but I'm very, very happy that I finished this. And now I need to edit my vlog before we go to Hernana's for dinner. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this vlog. If you did, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you next time. Bye.